dream I know deep up my feelings for you.
The Commissioner for Environment and Sustainability in Edo State, Joshua Omokiodio, said that Godwin Obaseki will hold those responsible for Edo's abandoned flood control project accountable. But guys, before all comments fully, welcome back to Reality Letters, your home of news and politics. Thank you so much for joining us on today's news. If today is your first time of watching, kindly subscribe, like, comment, share, and also the notification bell to get notified whenever we drop our video. To all amazing subscribers, thank you so much for joining us on today's news. So guys, let's proceed with the news. The Commissioner for Environment and Sustainability in Edo State, Joshua Omokiodio, speaks about the state's strategies to address flooding in Benin City. He also outlined the government plan regarding abandoned flood control projects. When he was asked that, what was his thought regarding the Niger Delta Resonance Network criticism of Senator Mondo Obolo concerning the video showing a flooded segment of the government reserve area in Benin City. He said Senator Mondo Obolo is currently serving as a senator representing Edo Central Senatorial District, which at present, it is his primary responsibility. Secondly, he said that he is the current governorship candidate for the All Progressive Congress in the forthcoming election. So now, without intending to denigrate Senator Mondo Obolo, he believed that his stance suggests an absence of meaningful tasks for him to engage in. He said he's not going to dispute the fact that the fact remains that there are flood issues across the country, but simply put, the nation's greatest challenges has been the absence of comprehensive planning, both in physical and economic terms. That in places like the GRA, for instance, in Benin City, that they would find that some pockets of flood occurred here and there. And this is simply because the activity of residents and individuals in the area have impeded the movement of water. For instance, people have indiscriminately blocked certain areas meant for water flow. So now he said the next question would be, why is the government not doing something about it? That he can tell us that for the fact that Godwin Obaseki government has done so much in that direction. He said even as he speaks with us right now, that if we go to GRA Benin City, that we will find that the government is building drains everywhere, and he understands the challenges of the flood that is within the city. And incidentally, his ministry, which is the Ministry of Environmental and Sustainability, has an agency under which they are responsible for caring for flood situation across the states, and they have the Flood Erosion Watershed Management Agency. So he always speaks with them and they are working. So he said his take is that Mondo Obolo is just playing to the gallery. That the problem they are discussing date back decades, and Governor Godwin Obaseki, as he speaks with us today, is actively addressing the issue created by the past APC government in the state. You guys can recall that funds were allocated during the Oshomole administration, and the stormwater project was intended to alleviate some of those challenges, and it was abandoned. So he said that Governor Godwin Obaseki is currently working to rectify those issues. So he told them that they should forget about Mondo Obolo's shenanigans and ask him to face his primary responsibilities as a senator. Or possibly, Mondo Obolo should come out clearly to tell people what exactly he has for the people of Edo State. Going to stand in a flood area to record a video is very low for him, and most unfortunate, it is a situation that is obvious, and Godwin Obaseki is attending to it. Be a small matter in Edo State. In addressing individual activities that impede water flow, such as building undesignated areas, he was asked if the government has taken action against those who have constructed buildings in inappropriate locations. Mr. Joshua said he wanted to tell us what Governor Godwin Obaseki has done in that direction. So to be honest with us, he said most of the actions we might be seeing to a large extent would neutrally have social, economic, or sometimes political implication. So what Governor Godwin Obaseki has done in recent time to ensure that there is enough understanding within the populace about the master plan for the city, the Benin City master plan. He said when Governor Godwin Obaseki came into government, according to what he has told everyone, that the unfortunate incident he met was that there was no such thing as a master plan for the city. That what he meant is a regional plan for the entire state. So what Governor Godwin Obaseki has done in recent time is to say, yes, he can pick up bulldozer and start bulldozering everywhere. But that will not exactly be the solution to the problem. That there has to be the right master plan to say that if, for instance, we want to tell people to evacuate from a particular part, there will be a need to redesign and re-engineer a system where people can be evacuated to, so they can do the needful. Now, what Governor Godwin Obaseki has done in recent time was to engage people in a master plan. That is what they called Benin Master Plan, to tackle some of these challenges. Mr. Joshua said he is an architect. So, for instance, he knows the process of city planning and all of that. He knows to a large extent, and he needs to do a design, stakeholders engagement, and all of that. So he had finished his design, which took a while. Then the last thing he has done now is to engage the people to have their input into the system. So what Governor Godwin Obaseki is doing is not an ad hoc thing, that he's trying to do something that to a large extent withstand the test of time. That what he's doing right now is finding ways to channel that water into the Benin Master Plan. Then there will be a kind of regeneration in the entire space, because it's not enough, like he mentioned to us earlier, to just use his bulldozer or machines and start knocking everywhere. That there has to be a plan, and that plan is what Obaseki has put in place already. That the latest has been that they have engaged those citizens from across the 18 local government area of the state to still let their input come in, and they have embraced the plan. So the next stage now is the execution, which, as it speaks to us right now, that the Ministry of City Planning and Urban Development is on top of that. So he can tell us that in no distant time, Edo people will be hearing from them soon. So in addition to that, Mr. Joshua said he have just mentioned to us, as much as he is trying to look at the social end of this, that by not just coming to demolish people's home, they are also trying to, as much as possible, pick some section of the master plan that allows them to build some infrastructure like water drains and all of that. So if someone has to visit Benin City, Mr. Joshua said that they will see the massive ongoing rehabilitation of their drain and construction of new drain within the Benin City metropolis, especially in the GRA. When Mr. Joshua was asked if there has been any investigation into why the stormwater project in the GRA started by the APC-led previous administration was left incomplete despite borrowing money for the execution, he said that he can remember a couple of years ago that Governor Godwin Obaseki actually stepped into that. And he's also aware that Governor Godwin Obaseki at some point set up a commission to look into all those challenges. So he said, as we all know, that his governor is so proactive, that everyone knows that a significant amount of money was borrowed from the World Bank by the APC-led administration, but they didn't do anything. Maybe they tried to do something, but perhaps because of the debt of ideas they were getting, they could not complete the work. That is the reason why he told us that Governor Godwin Obaseki has taken it upon himself to address the issue based on the failure on the part of that administration. So Governor has to take it upon himself to do the work, and they can't continue to complain. That is why he mentioned that he had a commission set up professionally from a city plan, town plan, architect and engineer to come up with a proper master plan so that they can have that stormwater project completed. When he was asked if he has any idea of how much was allocated for the stormwater project, he said that he cannot tell because he wasn't in government at that time, and to a large extent he wouldn't want someone to sue him for libel or any kind of defamation. Amidst the call for a probe of the failed storm project, he was asked if have there been any individual held accountable or any investigation conducted thus far. Mr. Joshua said that Governor Godwin Obaseki is reviewing the entire scheme and he's looking at everything and he's building on the positive that came from it. So what Governor Obaseki is doing as the governor is ensuring that those positives are built in such a way that is appropriate, and anyone who find culpable not to have done their job will be made to answer for it. So guys, I would like to know your thoughts, your contributions, opinions are in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Once again, thank you so much for staying with us.